What's your name?
Marissa? What are you doing?
Marissa, a young woman, is set to marry Chris, a successful and wealthy man. As she puts on her wedding dress, she thinks about the 10 secrets she keeps from him, convinced they should stay hidden. While she knows some secrets are necessary, she struggles with the 7th one, which is about not sharing a certain fetish with a partner before marriage. A year later, Marissa's life appears perfect. Chris, now a prominent attorney, showers her with affection, but Marissa dreams of being a successful songwriter and singer. One day, she brings snacks to Chris at his office, but encounters her critical mother-in-law, who always finds something to criticize. Frustrated, Marissa leaves and goes to the park to work on lyrics for her next song. There, self-doubt sets in as she finds it hard to generate ideas for the competition. After a while of feeling stuck, she takes a break. While resting, she watches an explicit video of a girl in a school uniform being spanked. Slade, who notices her from afar, is intrigued by what she's viewing. When his phone rings, Marissa feels embarrassed, but Slade just winks and walks away. Feeling awkward, she calls Chris to talk about dinner plans. Nearby, a man tries to pressure her into having a drink. As the situation escalates, Slade comes back, warns the man off, and they both apologize before leaving. Slade tells Marissa to be cautious when walking alone. He then gives her his phone number and invites her to the Corporal Club for an exciting night. Later that evening, Marissa daydreams about Slade as Chris enters the room. They make love, but her mind is still on Slade. She hints to Chris about her desires, but he dismisses them. The next morning, Marissa feels unsure about calling Slade. After several tries, she finally gets through but hangs up quickly. Slade, picking up on her hesitation, tells her he's busy with his son. Later, Marissa's sister stops by and gives her brochures for a singing competition. Marissa looks up the Corporal Club online. At the same time, Chris tells her he is about to become the youngest district attorney. He also shares his wish to start a family with her. Marissa replies that she isn't ready for motherhood and wants to focus on her music career first. Chris disagrees, saying they can't put their lives on hold for her ambitions. This leads to a heated argument between them. Later, Marissa goes to the Corporal Club and meets a woman named Olivia. Although she feels nervous about going in, Slade encourages her to face her fears. Just as he calms her, Marissa gets a call from Chris, who apologizes for their earlier fight. But when Slade opens the club door, the unsettling moaning sounds from inside frighten her, and she quickly leaves. That evening, Marissa performs at a cafe and gives a fantastic show. Afterward, her sister, worried about her age, reminds her that she's 29 and suggests it might be time to start a family. Marissa insists that her career is her priority, as she isn't ready to give up on her dreams. While talking with her sister, she spots Slade in the distance. He walks by and lightly touches her shoulder. A small action ignites a wave of excitement in her, making it difficult for her to concentrate on what her sister is saying. The next morning, Slade calls her, inviting her to the club that night. She feels unsure at first, but after some convincing, she decides to go. That evening, Marissa takes off her wedding ring before going to the club. When she arrives, she meets Olivia, who tells her that the Corporal Club is a safe space for those with different fetishes and hidden desires. Here, people can explore without fear of judgment, keeping their true selves hidden from the outside world. Olivia introduces Marissa to Valerie, a club employee who manages strict punishments for women who seek them. Valerie explains that the club has cost her both her husband and job, but she values the freedom it provides. Soon after, Slade walks into the club, and Marissa is surprised to learn he is the owner. To grab her attention, Slade picks a woman from the crowd and gives her a severe punishment, leaving Marissa both intrigued and disturbed. Feeling embarrassed, she decides to leave. Back at home, she tries to share her fantasies with Chris, hinting at her desires, but he doesn't catch on. Frustrated by his ignorance, Marissa loses her temper and yells at him. A few days later, Slade comes back to the cafe where Marissa is singing. He watches her with admiration while she remains focused on her performance, unaware of his presence. Meanwhile, Olivia observes from afar, feeling jealous as she sees Slade's interest in Marissa. Overwhelmed by her feelings, Olivia returns to the club and asks Valerie for a harsh spanking, seeking the same release as the women there. At home, Marissa can't stop thinking about Slade. In a quiet moment, she lets her mind wander and enjoys herself in the bathtub, lost in her intense fantasies. Later that evening, Slade calls and invites her to a party on Sunday where all the girls will dress as schoolgirls. Trusting him, Marissa agrees to go. On Saturday afternoon, she visits her husband's family because Chris's older sister is having a baby. She brings a gift to make a good impression, but Chris's mother takes every chance to mock her. She ridicules Marissa's job situation, calling her unemployed and pointing out that she is nearly 30 with no real achievements. However, Chris's youngest sister steps in to support Marissa, knowing what it feels like to be different. Despite this, the atmosphere remains tense, and Chris's mother continues to belittle her. Afterward, Marissa sees Chris's mother arguing with his youngest sister. The mother criticizes her daughter for her behavior and looks, expressing her disappointment. Watching this, Marissa realizes that no matter what choices she makes, she will always face judgment. Determined to stay true to herself, Marissa decides to embrace her desires and not let others' opinions hold her back. Marissa chooses an outfit that makes her feel free, even if it also makes her a little anxious. She wonders if she's making the right choice, but when she sees Slade again, his charm pulls her in, and she agrees to go to the club with him. At the club, Slade leads her to a private room, while Olivia watches from afar, clearly jealous. Marissa feels torn, but ultimately decides to embrace the moment. In the room, Slade takes charge and gives her what she desires, spanking her. Later, when Marissa gets home, she looks in the mirror at the marks on her skin, reminders of her choices and the inner struggle she still faces. She smiles, trying to understand everything that has happened. Caught up in her feelings, she ignores Chris's calls and texts while he is away on a business trip. When Slade contacts her, she quickly replies, thanking him for their night together. It feels like a break from her normal life. Motivated by this new feeling, she decides to chase her dreams and applies for a singing contest, marking a change in her outlook. Meanwhile, Olivia returns home to spend time with her son. It's revealed that she is Slade's ex-wife, and despite their split, she still has feelings for him. Her jealousy grows as she watches Slade with Marissa. The situation becomes more complicated. The next morning, Chris comes home, worried about Marissa's silence. When they talk, he thinks her quietness is about her music career. He promises to support her and shares that he plans to announce his run for district attorney on their wedding anniversary. However, when he asks where she was the night before, Marissa lies, saying she was out with her sister. At that moment, Slade arrives to pick up his son. Olivia, clearly upset, insists that Slade stop talking to Marissa. She accuses him of treating her differently and claims she knows about his feelings for Marissa. Slade brushes off her accusations, saying they come from jealousy. Olivia, frustrated, points out that the situation is more complicated than he realizes. The tension between them is clear, and while Slade stands his ground, he feels uncertain about the emotions surrounding him. In a last-ditch effort to take control of Slade's life and their past relationship, Olivia warns him that Marissa's husband is the future district attorney. He could ruin Slade if he chose to. Slade, however, dismisses her worries and walks away, determined to follow his own path despite Olivia's jealousy. Meanwhile, Marissa feels conflicted and overwhelmed by her actions as she meets with her sister. She asks her to lie to Chris about her whereabouts the night before. When her sister presses for the truth, Marissa hesitates. She admits she can't share it right now. Her sister, sensing Marissa's discomfort, is unhappy with her behavior but decides to help, wanting to protect her marriage. This conversation makes Marissa realize the seriousness of her actions. She understands she has been deceiving Chris, who has always been loving and supportive. Torn between her desires and her marriage, she chooses to end her reckless behavior and focus on what truly matters. In a decisive moment, she discards the schoolgirl outfit and starts ignoring Slade's messages, hoping to repair her relationship with Chris. On their wedding anniversary, Chris makes a big announcement at a press conference. He is running for district attorney. He promises to fight crime and improve their community. Marissa tries to stay calm in front of everyone, but inside, she feels turmoil. Meanwhile, Olivia, still fixated on Slade, sends Marissa a video of Slade spanking her. Marissa is taken aback and struggles to control her feelings, as Olivia keeps sending her annoying messages, even reaching out to Chris. Feeling trapped and scared, Marissa panics, but soon realizes that Olivia's messages were just to wish Chris good luck. She feels relieved, but things take a turn when Olivia sends one last message, insisting they meet in the restroom. In the restroom, Olivia reveals her true motives. She is blackmailing Marissa, wanting to control her relationship with Slade. Marissa tries to explain that her encounter with Slade was a mistake, but Olivia doesn't believe her. Instead, Olivia forces Marissa to keep going to the club, but only if Olivia allows it, manipulating her into submission. Marissa feels stuck and unsure of her next move. The pressure builds as Olivia continues her threats. Seeking some privacy, Marissa hides in a stall, but Olivia won't back down. She threatens to reveal everything, leaving Marissa feeling cornered. Fearing the fallout for Chris's career, Marissa feels she has no choice but to comply. She agrees to Olivia's demands, knowing the potential harm otherwise. With a smug grin, Olivia kisses Marissa and tells her to be at the club next Saturday. Marissa, filled with dread, forces a smile. She approached her husband, ready to stand beside him for the press conference. As the cameras flashed, she focused on staying calm, hiding the fear that bubbled within her. Marissa thinks about the fear that remains. She has never been so scared, but oddly, she has also never felt more alive. And with that, the film concludes.